Hey YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Comic Stuff. My name is Devin and I am your host as always. Thanks for tuning in. Today's video is 6 sci-fi characters you've never heard of, and this is probably one of my most personally anticipated videos just because I love sci-fi. I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. I'm all about lightsabers and laser guns and spaceships. That's my thing. That's what I love. That's what I'm good at. That's like what I collect. So I'm excited for this. So these are going to be 6 sci-fi characters from the DC universe that you've never heard of. I've been doing a couple videos like this in my DC niche playlist. This is going to be essentially what I do is I will talk about 6 characters that have very rarely appeared in the DC universe. So hence why you may have never heard of them. And I will always have a character that I will use as an example to compare them to. This video's example character is Green Lantern, who has appeared in over 5,100 different story arcs in the DC universe since its inception in the 1930s. So between then and now, Green Lantern's been in over 5,100 stories. These characters have all appeared in just about less than 200. So you can see the massive difference that I'm kind of talking about. So to start this list off, we have the character Space Ranger, whose real name was Richard Starr. He first appeared in Showcase number 15 in 1958, which I happen to have a copy of that book. It's one of my favorite books. It's a great cover, really corny costume, which I really liked about the character. It's just like a yellow jumpsuit, helmet, like one of those bubble helmets, and a ray gun. Anyways, he was always accompanied by his girlfriend Myra and his alien friend Krill, who saved his life when he was stranded on Pluto. That's how they met. And then in 2013, he was retconned and renamed Rakan Star, and he has a total of 80 appearances in the DC Universe. Moving on, we have Space Cabbie. So Space Cabbie, his real name was never actually revealed, but he first appeared in Mystery in Space number 21 in 1954, and not much is actually known about the character except for that he's a veteran, he's a quintessential action hero sort of guy, and he's an expert pilot and navigator. He does have a large network of contacts across the universe, and he's just kind of like I guess your very stereotypical New York cab driver in the middle of an action movie kind of guy. He just knows everybody. I don't know. He has a total of 36 appearances in the DC universe, so he's I think that's the smallest guy on this list. Next, you have the leader of the Knights of the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Knights of the Galaxy. The Knights of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Sorry, I was just watching Thor Ragnarok, so had Marvel on the mind. So Lyle, he is the leader of the Knights of the Galaxy. Lyle and Aura are the only actual named Knights of the Galaxy. There are no other Knights that are named, just those two. And they first appeared in Mystery in Space number 1, which is one of my favorite books. It's a great cover as well. And he actually only had so I guess this guy's has less appearances than Space Cabbie, with a grand total of 12 appearances across the DC universe. All very early, like 1950s, but hey. Then you have the Challengers of the Unknown, little more popular than Knights of the Galaxy. Their members are Rocky, Prof, or for short for Professor, Red, and Ace. They first appeared in Showcase number 6 in 1957, and they were more of like a fantasy sci-fi-esque team. They were kind of, what am I not say? They're dealing with everything from aliens to magic. It was just they challenged the unknown, so it wasn't necessarily just aliens and spaceships and ray guns, but I think they kind of fall into that category. They were retconned in DC Universe Presents number 6 in 2012 with members Red, Prof, Maverick, and June Robbins, and they had a total of 164 appearances across the DC Universe. And then you have the Atomic Knights, with their leader, Gardner Grail, who's what we're going to focus on. They first appeared in Strange Adventures 117 in 1960, and they were retconned to be from Earth number 86, which was said to be which that Earth was said to have participated in a war that like destroyed the whole world in the future. Like it was like a World War III nuclear whatever. Gardner Grail, he founded the Atomic Knights when he found 6 medieval knight suits. So like he was like going through a museum or something, and they were exposed to radiation over the centuries after the war, and they became impervious to radiation blasts. So the insides were good, but the outsides were radioactive. They were retconned in, Gardner Grail, he was retconned in 1983 as a superhero, and he last appeared in the 1 year later storyline in 2006, and he had a total of 59 appearances. Cool fun fact, Atomic Knights themselves, they only actually ever appeared on one cover. There's Strange Adventures. I can't remember the actual issue number, but the picture should appear right here. They're riding giant Dalmatians, which was sick. And then the last character on our list tonight is Tommy Tomorrow. So Tommy Tomorrow, obviously his name was Thomas Tomorrow, and he had the most alternate versions on this list. So he appeared on Earth 1, Earth Prime, Imperial Planets in a DC Star Trek crossover in 2011, and Prime Earth. And apparently Earth Prime and Prime Earth are different things depending on what storyline you're reading. I'm just saying. He first appeared in Real Fact Comics number 6 in 1947, but he also had a prominent role in like the Showcase comics, and he has a total of 184 appearances across the DC universe. So that is the last of our 6 sci-fi characters you've never heard of. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this opened you guys up to some new characters, new stories that you can maybe go read. And if I missed anybody, if there's anybody that you think could have been added to this list, please let us know in the comments below. But that is it for this episode of Comics and Stuff. Make sure you guys check out the Redbubble, give some love to the Instagram, follow me on Facebook, and I will see you guys next Friday.